Okay, time to take a look at the VEVOR battery tester and diagnostic scanner. So the OBD2 plug is hardwired in. Looks like a nice basic OBD2 reader. We got escape, IM readiness check, up, down, left, right, and okay. We also got a mini USB port in the bottom, and it comes with a mini USB to USB-A cable. Now the part that makes this interesting is that we also have this. So this is a female for the male. And then with that, we can test the batteries. This is one of those things where you can just throw the whole thing in the car and you're going to have diagnostic testing for basically everything. So if you get a check engine light or if the battery dies, anything like that, you got a tool right here where you can find out what that problem is. Looks like it also comes with a carry pouch. This is interesting. This is actually stitched in. I'm used to these things just being like those heat transfer. It's actually very nice. And we got our instructions. Okay, so we got a full color screen on here, so that's nice. So we got all passes. We got a couple that are not applicable, but yeah. DTC lookup. So if you had like a P241 or something like that, this would be able to tell you a little bit more information about it. Now this is a hybrid, so it might give us some weird readings. I'm actually kind of curious about it. We can actually check the freeze frame. So if it locked some kind of an error in there, we can see what that was. We don't have any data on it because this car has no issues. We can print data. Tool setup, unit of measure. Okay, cool. So we can change this to kilometers per hour or miles per hour. By default, it's actually on miles per hour, which is excellent. PSI, so it's not KPA. We can do gallons per second. Keep that on pounds per minute. Fahrenheit. Cool. Yeah, so this is already set for a US vehicle. Beep. Let's turn the beep off. There we go. And a bunch of languages. That's nice. So this is the type of OBD2 reader I like to have in my car just because it's nice and quick. It is pulling power directly off the OBD2 port, so I don't have to keep this thing charged. I basically just throw this thing right in the trunk and I don't have to worry about it. And then whenever I need it, it'll just work. Check diagnose. Let's do data stream. ECU 1. So I picked up that this car has 3 ECUs. View all items. Okay. So it's telling us the engine coolant temperature is 129 degrees Fahrenheit. Right now the load value is at 0% because this is a hybrid, so this thing isn't actually running right now. Intake manifold absolute pressure 27.6, negative 15 degrees timing. Wow, that's nice. Intake air pressure 84 degrees Fahrenheit. You can see the output voltage of the oxygen sensor. They can use that to tell if you got a faulty oxygen sensor. That's always a handy thing to have. And it tells you how long it's been since the engines have started. So right now we're going on 350 seconds. Fuel level inputs, that's telling us how much gas we got left in the engine. Distance traveled since DTC is cleared, 2,361 miles. So basically that was a brand new car at that point. Oxygen sensor current, so it's reading 0.03 milliamps. And catalyst temperature bank 1, 980 degrees, which I believe is actually heated. Relative throttle position, right now it's reading 7.5. And the ambient air temperature is 76 degrees. Yeah, that's cool. So if I press down on the gas, then it tells me the throttle position. Cool. That tells me a whole lot of information. So let's try ECU 2. Engine RPM, let me see if I can force that on. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's cool. Hybrid battery pack remaining life 62%. That's cool. So that's actually telling me how charged the hybrid battery is. So this does work on hybrid vehicles. That's awesome. Let's try ECU 3. A lot of the same information. We can also see the control module voltage. So right now it is at 14.39 volts, which is the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so I got it connected. The battery is not in the front of this vehicle. So I just got it connected to a positive post there, negative post over there, and just powered right on. So go to car bat in vehicle. Battery test. Take headlights on about 10 seconds, turn lights off. Okay. All right, headlights on and headlights off. Okay, regular flooded, CCA. Good recharge. Cool. So yeah, that is a very handy tool to have. The fact that I can actually test this directly to the battery instead of having to go through the OBD2 port, so I can actually do a full test on the battery, that's pretty awesome. So very nice.